1976. This period shall be known as the Year of Inscription. The 11 members of the Diablo squad was formed in a PC detachment at Sitio Kidama, Parang, Maguindanao. All were PC soldiers with tattoos on the right upper arm with corresponding number from 1 to 11, namely Laborio, Abraham, M. Jangao Jr., Ernesto, Alas, P. Torres Jr., Arthur, Percival, F. Cameron, C. Cesar Nolito, Yalcan, E. Alabaran Alex, Zeus, B. Bonifacio Cesar, Alvaro, A. Arevalo Romeo, Brix, E. Gonzalez Alvin, Domino, S. Salvacion, Margarito, Azul, P. Jansantos Jamie, Jericho, I. Bargamento Ahmed, Crisanto, S. Singa, Laborio, Abraham, Malaban Jangao Jr., was the founder and conferred himself the title, Godfather. They carry no tattoo marks on their right and left hands at that time. It has no constitution and bylaws. There was no originality of conceptualized ideas. They called themselves the Anitos Diablo Squad. History should refer to them as the Honorary Diablo Squad. Sometime in August 1977, the members of the Honorary Diablo Squad were reassigned to different PC provincial commands and PC striking force battalions in Mindanao. Since then, there was no expansion of membership and activities. 1980. This period shall be known as the Year of Propagation. G.F. Abraham was assigned with Lanao Norte PC Provincial Command located at Tipanoy, Iligan City. The founding supreme of the Diablo Squad concretized the crusade for brotherhood by drafting its constitution and bylaws, and organized the founding chapter of Iligan City. They are as follows. 1. 1 LT Gil KIAMCOTAOJO Jr. PCOIC Regional Security Unit RSU, based in Iligan City, with a pseudonym, LAPU. 2. PLT Lilia CATANEBUALAINP, Station Commander, Linamon Police Force, Lanao Norte, with a pseudonym, Amazona. 3. Capt. Anastasia Galarita LABITADPA, CO, Composite Military Police, MPBDE, stationed in Palau, Iligan City with a pseudonym, Patton. G.F. Abraham formed the Dirty Dozen, actually 14, composed by the following. 1. Eusti, Achilles, 1-1, J. Fuentes, PC2. Cupertino, Barak, 1-2, Bastosa, deceased PC3. Roberto, Oro, 1-3, Valconcha, PC4. Philip, Pepe, 1-4, Bahian, PC5. Orlando, Valiente, 1-5, C. Villabito, PC6. Ernesto, Servando, 1-6, Beleses, PC7. Ernesto, Sta Cruz, 1-7, Medalo, deceased PC. 8. Yolando, Mercenario, Bordios PC9. Carlito, Aries, Kalika, PC10. Willie, Malinch, Publas, PC11. Philip, Coronado, Esla deceased, PC12. Neptali, Napoleon, Real, PA13. Alberto, Phantom, Tinoy, INP14. Elpidio, Carlamagno, Celitaria, PN. They were original members of the founding chapter of Iligan City and because the hardcore of the Diablo squads, the Crime Busters DSCB. History should refer to them as the original Diablo squad. G.F. Abraham voluntarily relinquished his position, powers and authority as the overall head of the Diablo squad in favor of SGF-LAPU. Drafted the original constitution and bylaws of the Diablo squad and was subsequently ratified by the members of the founding chapter of Iligan City. The Honorary Magic 5 were adopted as the first civilian members of the Diablo Squad Magic Group, who were all lawyers in Iligan City, but carry no tattoo marks. Namely, Adi Nicomedespalangan, Adi Roberto Zalbulario Jr., Adi Ulysses Lagcao, Adi Angel Mencias, and Adi Melvin Salise. It is composed of selected persons coming from the civilian sector who are professionals and known leaders in the community. 1981. The first national convention of the Diablo squads, the Crime Busters DSCB, was held in MSU Iligan Institute of Technology, Iligan City with more or less 500 members in attendance. 1982. This period shall be known as the Year of Confrontation. LAPU was reassigned from RSU Iligan City to RSU 12 headquarters, Camp Parang, Maguindanao. Brig Gen Valerio Perez, AFP warned him to stop the recruitment activities and holding of conference inside the camp. Otherwise, he will be arrested. This was the first harassment made by a top-ranking officer of the AFP against leader of the DSCB. The group continued with their expansion activities. They stood pat on their principles and were willing to die for a cause. 1983. This period shall be known as the Year of Persecution. LAPU was reassigned to Tuguegarao, Cagayan. Abraham was transferred to Camarines Province, and Patton was relocated at GHQ, Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. The DSCB was considered a threat to national security, being an army within the army, with more or less 25,000 members from the AFP and INP. It was featured in the national and local newspapers as El Diablo. Then LT Gen Fidel Valdez Ramos, AFP, engineered the disbandment of the DSCB association. 1995. This period shall be known as the Year of Revision. The fraternal activities of GBI shall be administered by a national triumvirate composed by Patton, Supreme Godfather Consultant President, LAPU, Founder Supreme Godfather, Vice President, and Abraham, Master Founder Godfather, Advisor. 1986. This period shall be known as the Year of Confusion. Since February 1986, some misguided elements of the AFP and/or members of GBI, Guardians Luzon, were deployed by RAM SFPU led by Colonel Gregorio Honazan in a series of coup d'état against the administration of the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos and President Corazon C. Aquino. GBI 11 chapter was the first to be organized with a regional structure and governance all over the country under the original constitution and bylaws CBL of GBI, which is a fraternal association. 1987-1988. This period shall be known as the Year of Devastation. Some unscrupulous field commanders in Mindanao, particularly in the Army commands, strictly and severely enforced the directives of Gen Rodolfo Bayazan, Chief of Staff, AFP, and Colonel Oswaldo Villanueva PA, former 6ID, PA, Division Commander stationed in Awang Airport, Cotabato City. That non-erasure of GBI markings still mean non-re-enlistment in the regular force of the AFP. Please don't forget to subscribe.